Hi, it's Kim from Reveal Your Inner Light. Are you feeling that eclipse energy? We are in the middle of two eclipses. There's a lot of news about the one that's coming up on April 8th. That's going to be very visible in the United States. But we just had an eclipse paired with a full moon a couple days ago, and the energy's been intense. And thought I'd come in and just record a little energy clearing for you to support what might be coming up. So the way that I've been working with this eclipse energy is kind of two-part. I am doing some deep spring cleaning in my house. I have been going through room by room and clearing and purging and decluttering and dusting and mopping and sweeping. Really just taking the time and the dedication to just clear things out, create some space. So that's one way you can work with these energies that are happening right now. And the other way, we just had a full moon, and when we work with full moon energy, it's nice to work with releasing. So I've been working with releasing statements. Now we are in, the full moon was in the sign of Libra, and Libra energy is, about peace and harmony and diplomacy and balance and justice. And it's also about relationships with ourselves, relationships with others. And I've been working on really this, relationship with myself. I'm working on just releasing, mental attachments and releasing any stories that I'm telling myself about how things are and how things need to be, and releasing programming. When I talk about programming, you can be releasing, I'm not smart enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, right? These are kind of programs that we get indoctrinated into from society, from culture, from our upbringing. And it can lead to an inner monologue, an inner dialogue that is not supportive, right? We can kind of turn against ourselves and our thoughts. So I thought I'd just come through another energy clearing for you. And, you might want to just hit pause or, sit and reflect on a little bit of what I've just said, and come back to this energy clearing. Come up with some I release statements, come up with some things that you're ready to release out of. And then come back and listen to this clearing. And if you, know what you want to release, if you know some things that you're working on, you can just kind of bring your attention into your heart space right now. And I'm gonna just bring some energy through. Let's call it some spring cleaning energy to kind of just clear out the cobwebs of the thoughts and the stuff in the mind, and release out of anything that might be coming up for you in this eclipse window, right? The next eclipse will be on April 8th. The first eclipse was on March 25th. This is on I'm not an astrologer, but this was in the Libra Aries axis, and there was an eclipse 6 months ago in October that kind of also pairs to this eclipse window that we're in right now. Some of you may remember I was in a very bad bike accident in October, and it was actually on the day of the eclipse. I still have my little scar happening here on my face from that accident. I actually didn't leave the house on Monday during the eclipse because I was a little worried about what might happen out there. So you can also take a moment to kind of think back to where you were 6 months ago. What was going on in your world in the middle of October? Are there any things coming up now that are hearkening back to that time, right? So, I do encourage you to take a moment to pause and reflect and then receive this energy clearing. And with your attention in your heart space, I'm just going to connect into source, and you can feel like there's a swirl of energy that's coming down from source. You can also, if you have a grounding practice, go ahead and ground your energy, feel into your roots, allow yourself to just be really present in your physical body. Bring your attention. Again, sometimes it's even nice to just bring a hand to the heart to allow yourself to drop in. And I'm going to start to just spin some energy down in through the crown. But remember that I burp when I'm clearing energy. And just bring this energy down into the crown and start working to help dislodge any stuck energy in your system. Anything that you're ready to release right now that, you know, it might be a mental attachment, it might be a relationship that's not serving you, it might be a way of being that hasn't been serving you, that you've been trying to disconnect from. And so allowing this energy to kind of swirl down in, it's coming in counterclockwise, and it's got like a sparkly, diamondy, white light quality to it. Sometimes I call it diamond liquid fire. Coming in through the crown. I do have my pendulum going. Allow it to spin in through the crown and just kind of dislodge any stuff in the thoughts, in the mind, in the brain, in the third eye. If you're familiar with the chakra system, it's coming down through the crown and the third eye, down around the head, down through the throat. Especially if we're thinking about those, my voice is changing, negative ways that we might be talking to ourselves. Let's dislodge some of that. Allowing that energy to come down around the shoulders and down the arms and down past the hands and down around the torso and around the heart chakra, behind the back and down through the midsection past the solar plexus and down into the sacral chakra. There we go. Down past the root chakra, down all around the legs, down both legs. Yeah, feeling that actually a lot in the lower back right now. So anything trapped in the lower back, sometimes we just kind of stick things away behind us that we don't want to think about. So anything that's trapped in the lower back, in the spine, in the base of the spine, in the tailbone. There we go. Feeling that loosening up. Again, whenever you listen to this in time and space, you'll receive this healing and this clearing. And down around the legs, there we go. Now we're going down around the legs, the shins, past the thighs and the knees and the shins and the calves and down to the feet. If we feel like we've been kind of like stuck, kind of tracing around, walking through the same patterns, allow this energy to dislodge around the feet. Allow that to clear out so we can take some fresh steps forward. There we go. And now I'm going to go ahead and reverse that energy and start to make our way back up. So coming back up around the legs, coming back up past the shins, the calves, the knees, the thighs, back into the root chakra. Back around the sacral and the pelvis, back up around the torso. The sacrum, sacral chakra, the solar plexus, back up to the heart, up the arms, back up around the neck, back up around the throat and the third eye and the crown. Feeling very tingly in my crown right now as this energy, everything that's ready to release is now just being, you can feel like it's being sucked out like a vacuum out through your crown. And being returned back to source. Yeah, allow that. Again, I get a little giggly when it all stops. Bring your attention into your heart space again. Notice where you feel lighter, notice where you feel different. And then I want you to just feel as if you can, let's just bring a ball of gold energy up above the head, above the crown. Feel like you can poke like a sun. You can feel like you can poke a finger into that gold sun and allow that gold energy to run down into the crown. Allow it to be thick and viscous and allow it to fill in all the spaces and places where you just released out of energy. So allow that energy to run in from the crown and down through the third eye and the throat, around the head, around the shoulders, down through the whole physical body, down through the chakra column, all the way down. It's fast moving. Filling in all the spaces and places where you just release energy, all the way down to the bottom of the aura below the feet. And then allow that gold energy to just fill back up like a cup in your space, allowing you to just fill back up in with your highest gold energy from source available to you at this time, all the way back up until it reaches the top of the crown. I hope you enjoyed that. Energy clearing for the eclipses. I'll see you soon.